Hey, it's Entheojinn, and let's play Minecraft. When we left off on our Basilica project, we had finished the main Basilica area. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work on the little naves on the sides, making those, at least the ones that we can make, because if you remember correctly, last time we couldn't, some of them sort of projected out over the bluff, the plateau, so we couldn't really do anything with them. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our Basilica, and we're going to work on the naves, at least for a little while. So the Basilica should start to appear here as we get closer to it. Right now it's out of the draw distance of the game. See, some of the plateaus hasn't even appeared yet. See, there it is. Alright, go over here. I'm loaded up with my stone bricks. The sun is kind of going down, but we should be able to get some of it done. So this side we could probably do. Oh, I'm running out of food. Ouch. Okay. And then that side we can do. These other two sides, we're going to have to build some sort of support structure for our little naves. But in the meantime, we can build these up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build these 5 high. Just 5. Oh, I should have brought a shovel. I should have brought some food is what I should have brought. Right. Okay, so we're on the second block high. So 1, 2, 3. That's going to be 5 blocks high. So we're going to grab that guy. And I'm going to come around here. And I want to see if I have a shovel in the little thing I've got inside the thing here. Sun's definitely going down. We're going to have to go to bed soon. I'm not sure what that's doing there. We'll grab it. So we'll go over here. We'll get into my chest. I'm hoping we have some a shovel there. Did I happen to leave a shovel? Nope. But I can make one, so I can make a shovel. That's the brilliance of Minecraft. Everything's constructible. Put that there. Okay, we got a shovel. Okay, then we're going to go back inside, and we're going to go to sleep. And then tomorrow, in-game, we're going to work on our little naves. Okay, so there's that. We're getting up. Okay, so we were working on a nave through there. Okay, so the naves are going to be half the height of our main Basilica body, I guess you'd call that. Okay, we're going to mine all those guys out, all that gravel. Oop, didn't mean to drop down that far. Because I only got half a heart left, so if I drop down too far, I'm going to die. Alright, so then we're going to go and we're going to do this guy. We're going to fill this in. Oh, nuts. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, well, we'll have to go back and get a... Do I have enough to build? Yeah, I have enough to build a pickaxe. Okay, we're going to fill this in here. Okay. Well, we can also use it as a step stool, so there is that advantage. Okay, let's go over here. Get our shovel. Shovel this guy out. Now you notice that periodically the gravel drops flint, which is those little arrowhead looking things. And in fact, you can use them for arrowheads. to make arrows. So gravel is really kind of a useless material. We can't really make anything out of it. You can't smelt it down to make anything else. It can't support itself, so if you try to build things out of it, they will collapse in on themselves. Really, the only use it has is for marking things out or for filler. But what you can do is, if you want to take the time, is 1 out of every 10 times you mine out a block of gravel, it will drop flint instead of a block of gravel. So what you can do is you can stack up your gravel that you've got and then mine it out repeatedly until it drops all flints instead of, you know, dropping gravel. Okay, so there's that guy filled in. And I'm actually going to leave this end open here so that we can get on top of things like this. Okay, so we're too high again, so we want to go 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's that. So this is going to be the top portion of the little nave. So 3, 4. So that way it'll stop me before I fall off the edge of the cliff. Just like that. Perfect. Okay, I can do that. Perfect. Okay. So now we filled that guy in. Or we haven't filled it in, we've plotted it out there. Jump up here. 3, 4. And we'll do the same thing with this guy. Okay. Okay, jump down here. Okay, then I can jump up in here. We're going to fill this guy in. Now this is going a lot faster than the obviously the middle one, because it's, first of all, this is, each of these naves is about a quarter of the area of the central square thing. Which means that their perimeter, right, if you do the math, right, their perimeter is about, I want to say it's about half. Is that right? Because each of these is going to be 26. Right, it's actually like 3/8 of the total perimeter of the main thing. And then they're only half as tall. So that's 3/16. So it's only going to take you 3/16 of the time to do this as it does to do the main thing. Okay. So let's do this top one here first. Now eventually these whole things will be enclosed. They won't be open to the sky like this. And replace the floor with something a little more churchy. Okay, so let's go here. I'll do this guy actually next like this. Okay, go like that. All right. And this guy here. Gonna do all that. Now, if I did my calculations correctly, we should have enough. Let me drop down here. Stone bricks. So there's the whole thing there. That's the whole nave, right? We should have enough stone bricks to do all of the naves. I think. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe, I don't know. I think I only used 4 of those for this one, so we'll see. So we want to go here. We're going to make another nave. Okay, so that right there should mark the point at which the nave will start. But you'll notice it's projecting out slightly over that. Right, so it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, right? So 13. And then this guy, so what? It should be 24, because we're going to have to move that thing. So I'm going to move this guy like that. Because that should be 26 long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to project blocks over empty spaces. So until now we haven't really used the shift key. If you notice that I press shift, I crouch. So I'll show you what that, if we go to F5, which allows me to look at myself from another angle, and then I go shift, you'll notice that I'm now crouching. Crouching, see? Oop. But this has this obviously makes you shorter, but it has the additional effect of meaning that if you press shift and hold it, and then walk forward, you can't walk off the block that you're on. And in fact, if you turn around slowly, just like I'm doing right now, you'll see that you're actually kind of hovering over empty space, which means that if you put your reticule there on the side of the block that you want to put your thing on, you can put a block there. See? So you can continue to move out over these blocks without having to worry about falling off. And in doing so, you can create the sides of your nave like this. Now this can be a little tedious, obviously, but it's a fairly safe way of doing this. Now, like I said, we're going to have to build some sort of support structure, and I think, in fact, remember earlier in one of my earlier episodes, I was saying I wanted to have an easier way to get up into the basilica. I think this has given us a clue on how we're going to do it. Since this projects out over towards the village, it's not going to be that difficult to build a little tower going up the side that will connect this nave down to the ground, and then they'll have a staircase inside. Okay, it's starting to get dark. What we're going to do is we're going to finish up this side. The other side will be a little easier because it's actually going to be on the plateau. Okay, got 2 more to go. And like that. Okay, now I'm just going to run back. Don't have to worry about falling off because I'm already on the thing. We're going to run back. Actually, I'm going to do one more thing here. I'm going to dig this guy out. Okay, I'm going to grab my last brick there. And then we're going to run back inside so we can go to sleep. And then we'll continue building it in the next morning. Okay. All right. Actually, what I'm going to need for this is I'm going to need my gravel. In fact, I want to have 13 gravel specifically. So get number 4 in there. And so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So the wall of the nave is actually going to be right on the other side of this door. So right there. Okay. So now again, we want to have 24 in that stack. So 1, 2, 3. Just go like this. This is a little, oop, dang it. This is going to be a little easier than the other side, because we don't have to hang out over empty space there. Okay, so there's that. We want one that's going to be 24 now. Stack of 24. Because that's going to go here. Right? It's going to go between these two and form the other wall of the nave. And we'll know that we positioned it correctly if it is indeed 24. So again, I'm pressing Shift to move out. This one's a little shorter. And once you get within range, then you can simply... I'll show you how to do it once you get within range of the other one there. Okay. All right. Are we in range yet? No. Where do these pigs keep coming from? Lousy swine. We're still not quite in range. Okay, so now we're in range. See, it's lit up there, and you can simply go like that. There, perfect. So now we've got our second nave set up. I'm gonna block it out here. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Do the same thing over here. Get out of my way, pig. Ooh, he fell. Hope I didn't kill him. I think I did. Poor pig. Many pigs died in the building of this basilica. That's 1, 2, 3, so that's 5. Okay, so here's the tricky bit. Is I can't... If I put this corner up, I'll be blocked. I can only go one direction. But luckily, that's anchored at either side. So what I can do is I can 1, 2... So I got to remember that that's there. All right, so we're going to go over here. Okay. So we haven't filled that one in yet. We can do that. Now this is going to be kind of tricky because I'm backing out over empty space. Remember, at a certain point. This is going to be likely right at this point. So I have to make sure that I'm going straight backwards, otherwise I'll fall right off. Oops, too far. Okay. So there's that. Now, like I said, I can't go over there. So what do I have to do? I have to go over here, run back, and go over this way, and then I can jump up on this side and do this. Oops, that's okay. I'm going to fill that in later anyway. What I just don't want to do is I don't want to put any where it'd be difficult to mine out. So the first thing I want to do is I want to turn here, do this and that. So there we go. All right. That is going to make my life a little difficult over here. Because, oh, so you don't want to run off there. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fill this guy in. Like this. I guess I can make it do it like this. Okay. There, so that's all filled in. I'm going to fill these guys in here. This, every stone in the right place. some more blocks. See, now we're over solid ground, so we don't need to worry about it as much. In fact, I'm going to want to jump off there just to make sure that I can fill it in properly. Okay, and we want to do the same thing over here on this side. Okay, there we go. We're going to go right over here. Oops, actually, I want to make sure. So you got to make sure that you do both of these at once, because if you only do one, if you leave a single block space along the bottom, you won't be able to get to it because it's too short for you to get into. So this isn't like Super Mario Brothers, where you can crouch and squeeze through a block. It just won't let you do it. All right, so there's that and that and that and that and that. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, and then the same thing with this guy here. Okay, and I'm actually not too worried about, I'm going to end up stepping off to the side here at the end, but I'm not really too worried about which side I'm going to do with, because on this I can get under the cliff, under the wall there, so if I need to. I'm probably not going to need to, but do this, and this, and this. Going through like this. Okay, so we're up against the wall. We're going to step out to the side. And there you are. So now our second nave is finished. Just going to mine this guy out. I'm going to grab my shovel so we can cut this guy out of here. So I've shown how to construct those naves, and what I'll do is, rather than subject you to watching me, rather tediously construct the remaining two naves, is I'll construct those in between episodes, and then the next episode we'll start in on the little corner towers that we were talking about earlier. So I'm going to call that an episode, and I will see you next time.